Welcome to episode 137 of Business Growth School for Service Providers. I'm your host Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for service providers. In yesterday's episode 136, we talked about secret behind most profitable online marketing campaigns. And basically what we nailed it down to was testing, tweaking. Idea is you have to keep doing conversion rate optimization on your campaigns, and that's what makes like an average campaign into a successful campaign. Now in today's episode 137, we're talking about that, one of the ways basically you can increase your conversion ratio is be very clear with your value proposition, and how can you provide a value proposition. So to start with, basically what is value proposition? You know that your potential customers, your visitors care about one thing and one thing only: how your service will going to eventually benefit them. So make sure you clearly state those benefits really upfront, right? Now, a lot of people say, hey, you know what? Features are good. Features are important as well. Features mean the technicalities, but outlining that how your service will help them or how it will solve their problem is actually even more important. You have to tell your potential customers that, what is special about your service? How is it different from other service providers on the market, and how it will solve their problem. Give your visitors a reason to continue reading your copy, basically your ad copy, your homepage, your social media. Because if you're not clear with your value proposition, if they don't understand that exactly how are you helping them, because see, a service provider is not a magazine. It's not they will stay on your website for 5 minutes. If you don't clearly portray them that as a plumber, as a lawyer, as an accountant, as a landscaping guy, what do you exactly do and how do you stand out, they're gone, right? They bounce, they leave the website, right? So one of the clearly easy ways to basically increase your conversion rate optimization, get a better conversion from your marketing, is to be very very clear as to what your value proposition is. Now this is the 7 step process which we walk our customers through, and that's what I'm going to share with you today, right? So number one is is there a specific demographic or industry that is best suited for your services or offering? Let's say if you're a B2B service provider and you work really really well. Let's say if you're an accounting firm and you work really really well with a dental clients, right? Or if you're a cleaning company and you work really really well with small service provider, small accounting offices, law firms, companies with 5 to 10 employees. So find out that which specific demographic or industry is best suited for your services, right? Second question is it a complete solution or DIY or a point product? What do I mean by that? Is it the whole done it for you solution? Means that as a cleaning company, you will come in, you're gonna clean the every jam corner of this building, or you will send us the supplies and we'll have to clean it ourselves, right? Okay. Third thing, is this a complex sale that involves an approver, decision maker, recommender, or an influencer? Find out that when people buy your services, who makes the decision and who pulls the trigger and who influences that decision. Very very important, right? I mean, you know that for a dentist, right? If it's a kid or if it's a family, usually mom is making a decision that which dentist they end up going to. So it's very interesting that so mom in that case is also a recommender and also an influencer who influences their decision. And not only that, she also approves that decision too. So in that case, you are very clear as to who you're targeting. Number four, will this be sold by direct sales, inside sales, online sales, or indirect channel? How are you selling it, right? Are you selling it through your partners? Are you what do I mean by partners is are you a subcontractor to a bigger construction firm, and you're selling it to construction firm? Technically, you're not selling it to the person who's basically giving the project. Also, Is it complete online sales? Is it like, when people come on your website and it's like, it's as simple as booking an oil change appointment, right? So how are you selling to your customers? Number five, is a new market where, like, where you're focusing on early adopters, or is it already a mature market? What do I mean by that is, like, dentistry, law firms, all these markets are very mature markets, right? But if you bring in a technology, then it could be an early adopter, right? Number six, what is the average selling price and average sales cycle? What do I mean by that? Is it a $500, $700, $1,000, $1,500 transaction? Is it a $50,000 transaction? What's an average selling price, and how long the average sales cycle take? Does it take 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 15 months, 2 years, right? How long does it take? Number seven, what alternates your potential clients have in that geographical location? I mean, if you're a realtor, how many other realtors exist who can also help your client? How many lawyers exist, or how many accountants exist locally, and how are they different? Like, how does your service stands out from theirs? Like, I'm sure you're doing some things very, very differently in your business than them. And if you struggle with that, always find out, like, from your best clients, that, why they do business with you. Just ask them for, like, an honest feedback, that, like, what things you do really, really well, which and what things you can improve on. That clearly tells you that, like, what do you do differently in your service based business than other local guy out there. So go through the 7-step process. You can find that out at rapidboostmarketing.com/grow. I'll catch you tomorrow bright and early in episode 138 for Business Growth School for Service Providers. I'm your host, Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for service providers. Have a good day, guys. Make it count. Bye.